Okay, so yeah, okay. Welcome to the Wandering Minds podcast. Back again, my dude, Jami Devereaux. Jami, tell me about life. Tell me about life. We're gonna get into all the health issues and all that stuff. You're
life.
You're alive right now.
Tell you about life. Life is.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I turned 51 in a few months.
You turned 51 in
51.
a few months.
You're not far behind me, are you?
No, I turned 50 in March.
So you turned 50 the month before I turned 51.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah. And you're getting stronger, bigger, better, stronger every year, which is what I try and promote constantly is healthy lifestyle, fitness training, all that kind of stuff.
The funny thing is that we just talked about our ages.
Yep.
And my dad, he's always kind of he picks my brain about that I still do it. Because he's watched me from day one.
Yeah.
And so I can remember him saying at first, like, he thought it was pretty impressive that I had all this crazy brute strength and I could do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of think he thought maybe it was like a phase I was going to go through.
Yeah.
I'd probably always lift weights, but
Right.
maybe not get like so passionate about the
powerlifting stuff. Yeah.
And he also I think he knows enough people and he's got enough friends like with back issues and have hurt themselves. Yeah. He's a farmer.
Right. Yeah.
Retired logger and farmer. And so how many of his buddies that have hurt their backs out moving around farm equipment or bait,
Yeah.
Hay bales and stuff like that. I really thought, and he's not like out of the ordinary because there's also people I would meet in the gym. I'm talking if we go back years, like, well, you know what? Yeah, it's really cool you're doing it now, but talk to me in 5 years when your back's going out on you and you got a herniated disc or you've
anything.
all these torn up ligaments and you blow out of your chest or something and
right.
But it's like now when people hear I'm the age I am and I'm doing it and it's like it's almost like it's a different, like, wow, you're still doing this. First thing they ask is like, oh, did you just get into it?
Right.
And I started thinking about that. Like, no, my first competition was 18 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
18 years ago. Like, it doesn't seem that long, but I think it was before I moved to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I moved to Las Vegas in 2010, and my first competition was 2008.
Right.
So this is year 18.
Yeah.
And
national record holder.
And when I tell them that, they're like, that's, it's almost like it's a lot of my guys I work with, my work did like they work at Georgia Pacific.
Right. Okay.
They asked if they could do a story on me when they found out I was competing. And going
nice.
after my first couple, national world records.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked, can I do a write-up on you, a little story about, I can get some background and stuff. And so I agreed to it. And she got a bunch of information from me and pictures and talked about a little about what happened last March. I'm coming up on that anniversary.
Yeah. No.
And it was funny because I didn't really know what I was like, because I thought it was going to come out just in a little newsletter that they put out, the flyer they put inside the mill.
Yeah.
On the lunch tables.
Right.
And I hadn't seen it. I kept looking for it. And so I finally messaged her on January 10th. I'm like, hey, I was like, when does that come out? Like, I was like, when one of the flyers come out at lunchtime, I was wondering, she goes, oh no, I think you're misunderstood. She goes, this is our nationwide newsletter that goes out to all the Georgia Pacific employees.
Yeah,
all across
everywhere,
the nation.
whole nation. Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap. And so I was like, okay. She goes, well, if you want some copies, she goes, you'll have one in the mail, but if you want some copies, just let me know.
Cool.
And so that was, I had 4 days off and I came back and my first day back, went to my first break, just like normal, come back from break and there's these 5 guys standing by my area, place that I wrote, what I'm in charge of.
Yeah.
And I only recognized one of them. I'm thinking, what in the fuck did I just do wrong? What happened?
Right.
And I walk up and my shift coach says, hey, he goes, I got some guys who want to meet you. And all right, I'm talking to him. And one of them just says, hey man, this little guy who I thought was older than me. He wasn't. He's 46.
Yeah.
But he's like a higher up there, like, way up on the
totem pole.
In management type stuff.
Right.
And he goes, you're kind of an inspiration to a bunch of us guys. He goes,
right.
He goes, especially like when we realize how old you are.
Yeah.
Like, and that you're doing what you're doing. Like, and the dedication. And it's like, it's just cool that you're an employee of ours and you're here. And
that's awesome.
we just want to give you our support. And so I was just like, Man, like it's kind of cool. Like,
the cool thing about it, and again, talking about our ages and people that always use the excuse of injury, and I say this almost every YouTube video that I put out now, it's about form and technique, right? I mean, yeah, you can screw up your fucking back if you're lifting with bad form and technique, right? But as power lifters, we're constantly training form and technique so we don't hurt ourselves. And of course, people get injured. It just happens.
I've had
you've had your injuries.
I have a full blown reconstructed knee.
Yeah.
I blew out my pec one minor time and one major time.
Right.
Torn tricep.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
injuries happen. Yeah.
Torn bicep.
Twinning. Yep.
And it's not like I took the injury and it didn't defeat me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I got it healed up. I healed it up the right way. And if it was just a freak thing, like me blowing out my knee, I did it screwing around playing basketball.
Yeah.
You know, and
that had nothing to do with lifting.
Had nothing to do with powerlifting. I just need to heal it up. I've had to work on the flexibility in it.
Right.
It's funny because it's probably of both of my knees when it comes to squatting really heavy. Mm-hmm. It's probably the more stable knee.
Right.
Because it's got a synthetic tendon in it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's probably the more it's not nearly as flexible.
Right.
I had to work on that, like with my depth and stuff.
Yep.
But it's probably the more sturdy knee, really, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, any kind of injury that I sustained that had to do with lifting, that was like a learning curve for me. It was like, okay, well, you know what? So maybe if I do this different, that's what a lot of my deadlift form.
Right.
Was certain aches and pains and injuries and adjusting and
was technical stuff.
Yeah, and just learning what form worked for me.
Yeah.
I see a deadlift video of me. I had one pop up. Let's see. So was it it was like 8 years ago, a couple days ago, when it was me pulling 705.
Wow.
And it just flew up.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember it coming up so easy. I know at the time I thought, oh goddamn heavy this feels.
Yeah.
But it came up so quick. And I showed Steph. She goes, man. She goes, I know you were way stronger back then. She goes, that was crazy. That moved fast. And I'm just cringing. I'm like, that form is so terrible.
Right.
Wide stance. I pretty much got a snatch grip.
Oh,
you know, and
shit.
I'm like, that's just,
yeah.
I guess, and I just look at how much more comfortable it is now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not the strength I was back then, but
how far behind are you? You think? Because you're still pulling over 6.
Yeah. I'm still pulling over 6. I didn't at my competition in December. I did not pull over 6, and I did not bench over 4.
Yeah, but I
woke up the morning of weigh-ins with the fever, 101 degree
right,
fever.
and that was right after you got the release, right, from the.
No, I've had the doctor's release for a while.
Okay.
The first one I did was over there in
Bend, right?
Over there to Sisters.
Yep.
Deadlifted. And,
right.
That was probably more of a...
Just get back into it.
It was a learning curve probably for me. Like I kind of had to just get back out there and do it.
Yeah.
And it's probably, but it was a learning lesson because I went out there like I hadn't started like kind of adjusting anything, and I ended up with nerve damage.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's probably like, "What do you mean he's got any nerve?" I'll talk to him about that.
Right. Yeah.
We'll
get into that.
I had to pull a little different now, but see, there. I did what I normally do. Open with 550, flew up.
Yeah.
606, which normally flies up.
Yeah.
And it was flying up, got to knee height, and for some reason, that right foot and that right knee, the knee buckled.
Right.
It just buckled, and it's never done that. And it just got in my head. Automatically, I was in my head, and I went up to try it again. I thought, okay, I'll go back in there. And normally, I would get pissed off and more determined at it, the old me.
Right.
And probably go up and rip it off the ground. This me was like, I was second guessing. I'm like, wow, something really did happen to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, I bent down to grab it, and I started pulling. I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm done.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that one.
I need to regroup and really focus and pay attention to what happened to me. And so that was a big learning curve. But this one in December, I pulled heavier than what I did at Sisters.
Yep.
But like I said, I had full intentions of pulling over 600 and benching over 400. But like I said, I woke up with a 100-degree fever the day of weigh-ins.
That'll do it.
And that morning I was 10 pounds under what I was weighing.
No shit.
And so I didn't weigh in the morning. I waited, rested, drank a bunch of Pedialyte.
Yep.
And I still didn't feel like eating the way I felt. But by the time I weighed in, I was about 7 pounds underweight.
Wow.
I was planning on being. And I thought, you know what? If I feel like crap, I know I can at least go in there on my deathbed and hit my bench opener.
Right.
And hit my deadlift opener, which would break and set the current national and world records for the 50-year-old class. But I got some adrenaline going. So I got more than just one attempt on each of them.
Right. Nice.
But, 374 on the bench and 573 on the dead. I didn't try a fourth attempt on dead. I went 529, 550.
Okay.
573, which I just bumped it back. I was going to go 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So I would have been attempting 600 on my third.
Right.
If I'd been feeling fine.
Yeah.
And my bench, I bumped that back, and I still did. When I went from 352, 373 or whatever it is, 374.
Mm-hmm.
And then I jumped up to 402. I thought, oh, you know what? Screw it.
Yeah.
And I did my typical blow it off my chest and tricep stuck 2 inches from lockout.
When's your next comp?
I haven't really set a date.
Yeah.
I haven't really.
That's cool.
I mean, I know I'm going to do one. I just don't I'm not. I think I'm just focusing on getting my training back dialed in.
Right.
Getting my health all squared away.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not cut a ton of weight, and I'm trying not to stuff myself to put on a bunch of weight.
Gain
and I'm just going to wherever my body's at, that's the weight class.
That's where you're going to go.
And it seems to be, I'm going to be probably a 274 class guy and weigh about anywhere from 260 to 265.
Oh, okay.
That's probably going to be about my norm now. And I mean,
that's a good place to be.
The cool thing about that December comp, and I didn't know this until about a week ago, a buddy I lived with at Down, he says, hey man, he goes, have you ever looked yourself up on open powerlifting?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. He goes, well, last year, he goes, one of us looked you up last year.
Yeah.
He goes, when you were putting up all the huge numbers.
Right.
He goes, and you were way up there. He goes, and I didn't realize you never looked, or we would have told you. He said, but what about this year? And I'm like, I've only done that. I've done one deadlift comp, and I just did that push pull.
Right.
He goes, look it up. And so I looked it up, and for that one push pull comp, I'm sixth in the world.
No shit.
Wow,
sixth in the world dude.
Off the one comp. And I'm like,
wow.
Well, that's kind of cool, you know?
I wonder what you were the year before that he was talking about. That would be interesting. And that's the thing that I tell like everybody that I lift around and the people that I'm with. It's like we inside gyms that we're at, we always compare ourselves to other people, and the strength compared to like my strength compared to you is minimal, right? But then when you look at the world, when you look at the macro scale, how many people in the world and how strong you are, it's like 0.0001%. Right. And that's amazing. But it's also sad in the sense that I read some statistic the other day that most men can't even do 10 push-ups. They can't do 10 pull-ups. It's like can't bench press their own body weight, can't even bench press 135 pounds or squat their own body weight. That's like, to me, it's just beyond me.
A guy I worked with when all that came out at me about work, and he is one person that does work with me, and he does a similar job to me. He runs machinery. He's not like a grunt. But he's 58, I think he said. And he was asking about, he used to be a marathon runner. But he's talking about trying to, longevity and weight training and stuff. And
right.
He's like, he goes, I don't even think I could bench press my own body weight. I'm like, well, I was like, I don't, I can't really, I couldn't really. He goes, what do you think? And I'm like, well, I mean, you're active, you're doing your job. Like,
right.
I would think it would be more if you didn't push it your way. I think you probably have the strength, but maybe it's more kind of awkward because of the getting used to the motion, the
technique,
and the technique. I'm like, can you do 20 push-ups? He's like, I don't even remember last time I tried 20 push-ups. I'm like, I will say if you can do 20 push-ups of your own body weight clean, not where you're like
right, not little half part.
But I mean, you're like doing full, touch your chest to the floor, full extension, do 20 clean like that. I would say I would imagine you could bench your own body weight.
Right.
And he went home that night, and the next day he's like, man, I tried 20 push-ups and it was tough.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, I got it, but man, I was like,
what would you estimate his weight to be? Not to put him on the spot or anything, but I'm curious what he.
I mean, looking at him, I'd guess him at 170-ish pounds.
Oh, okay. I'm 175.
I would guess him at 170 pounds.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. And it's because, and that's the sad thing about it, because as especially men and women, this is for men and women, as we get older, that's why it's so much more important to be strong, right? The video I posted today, a little bit of the description is talking about the bone density, the tendons, the ligaments, all that stuff has to be healthy and strong so that you can remain active, right? If you can't bend over to pick up your grandchildren, is that really quality of life? Right? Yeah. If you fall down and break a hip because your bone density is weak and you don't have any meat on your bones, that sucks, man.
Yeah. It's the thing about the grandkids. What's cool is
they see you.
Well, and modeling and the oldest
role modeling behavior.
Max Jr., the oldest one, he's in kindergarten now and he's 5.
Yeah.
I'm like Superman to him.
Yeah.
I'm a superhero.
Right. Right.
Yeah. He's like.
Dude, you are. I mean, you're massive. You're strong.
It's just like yeah. I'm like this superhero, like this. He wants to show me off.
Yeah. Rightfully so. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the health issues. Let's talk about what happened to you last year. You said we're coming up on the year anniversary. Let the people know what happened.
Okay, so
in your own words, whatever you want to say.
I guess the easiest way to like, because I kind of combo it, because they don't know what caused it.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those, well, this could have been it, or this could have been it.
Right.
It wasn't that I have this major health, like a hereditary. I don't have a hereditary thing.
Yeah.
It's not that. So 2021. I ended up in the hospital with it. It was pretty significant. Mm-hmm. I was in there for 3 days. Went to bed one night, weighing about 265, and could see every ab in my body. I was super lean at the time.
Right.
Woke up the next morning to go to work, and I looked like Santa Claus. I had this big old pregnant beer belly. My ankles were all swelled up.
Ooh.
Retained. And I got on the scale, and I put on 20 pounds in water weight
overnight. Damn.
And I was immediately like, called my boss. I'm like, hey, man, like I'm getting up ready for work. I'm like, I'll come in. I'm like, but I'm telling you, I think I need to go to a hospital.
Yeah.
What's going on? I was like, I'm 285 pounds right now. He goes, well, you're a big boy. And I'm like, no, I'm normally 265. Like I look pregnant right now. I look like I have this giant beer belly.
Right.
And went to the hospital, and my kidneys were pissed off and shutting down on me.
Yeah. Ooh.
And so they kept me in there and got me on some medications and got all the water pumped off me. And it had to do with, I was still drinking off and on back then, doing the binge drinking and the
just
emotional drinking and all the crap that was going on.
Yeah.
Also, but the other thing was the COVID shot.
Oh.
So I got duped into getting it because of duck football.
Yeah.
Because you weren't allowed to go in the games, and you can't go to concerts, and you can't do all this unless you get a Vax card.
Yeah.
I haven't used that damn Vax card one time.
Right.
But so the first duck game, they didn't let anybody in if you didn't have a card. So I gave my ticket up to my cousin. Stephanie and my cousin go to the game. I gave my ticket up, and finally my dad and Stephanie like, just get it.
Right.
So I got the first one, was no issues, and then you get a booster.
Right.
I think it was Pfizer. Is that the one that's got the booster 2 weeks later?
I think so.
So I got.
I never got them, so I don't know.
So my whole ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
I had got that booster Friday night and ended up in the hospital the next Monday morning when I was.
Ooh.
With all the water retaining issues.
Right.
And there is some side effects with that, I guess, in men a certain age that can cause.
Yeah.
Stuff that affects your heart, your kidneys, all kinds of crap, and so. My doctor, they wouldn't come out and say they thinks that. He says that it probably played a factor, but there's within a week and a half after getting out of the hospital, I was back to normal body weight. I was back in the gym.
Yeah.
Heartbeat, blood pressures, everything's great. Doesn't look like anything had happened to me.
Yeah.
He made this nurse take my blood pressure like 3 times. He could not believe that I was like the same guy he had seen in the hospital.
Right.
So there's that happened. So let's jump forward to March 8th last year. I was on medications. I got tapered off of this medication, certain stuff that was helping me keep water weight off. And they put me on one that has to do with, because your kidneys have a direct effect on your heart. If your kidneys start shutting down, it's going to affect your heart really fast.
Yeah.
So I was on this medication that was helping monitor the whole situation. And I had changed jobs, insurance ran out, and I was about tapered off the medication anyways. Well, I just quit it, and I didn't have a checkup. I didn't think about it, and like I felt fine. And just kept doing my thing, man, powerlifting and, doing what we do and taking some stuff that helps you out,
Right.
I wasn't an avid anabolic user, but I mean, I would cycle on and off for about competition time, about 4 or 5 weeks before competition. I'd cycle on and run it through the competition and get off. And I did that just kind of regularly. And I was competing 2-3 times a year. So,
yeah.
I mean, I was doing like a regular, but I mean, I wasn't like my doctor knew.
Right.
My doctor knew I was honest about the kidney thing. And he goes, I assume because of the size you are and you're a power lifter, I assumed, he says, but I can tell you right now, there's a level they test in you to see the toxicity level from stuff like that.
Right.
He goes, and you weren't at a very.
Oh, that's.
He goes, your points were only a couple higher than like a normal
right.
guy. He goes, I had a bodybuilder in here a week and a half ago, and his numbers was triple what yours was. He goes, that's when it's an issue.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So didn't worry about it. I just kept doing my thing. Well, last March, getting ready for. Man, I was going to go pull my biggest deadlift ever in competition.
Right.
That's the only thing that still kind of chaps my ass. But it's 2 weeks before March 3rd. Mm-hmm. You came with Evan.
Yeah, we went and hit
watched
up
me go rip a ton of weight off the ground, getting ready for a competition.
Yep.
And I was sick. What was it? 635. Yeah, still had some in the tank. And then a week later, went and lifted with you.
Yep, over at FS.
FS on March 8th.
Yeah.
And left there feeling great. And Steph asked if I wanted. She ordered a pizza from Papa's. Asked me to go pick it up. Cool. Went and grabbed it. Came in the door, got some pizza, sat down. Ate a couple pieces of pizza, and I got real lightheaded. Kind of seen the flashes, and I can just remember her looking at me. She goes, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "I just got really lightheaded." And I sit in a Chase lounge that she used to have, and scooted to the end of it, and to put my feet on the floor, kind of to see, like, if I just needed to kind of compose myself. And I don't remember another thing.
Really?
No.
Down.
Don't remember another thing. I woke up 4 days later in ICU.
Wow.
Pissed off. Woke up mad, like ripping shit out of me and not understanding why I was there. I was so out of it that, they put me in an induced coma because.
Did they really?
I basically, sitting there right there next to her when I passed out.
Did you clinically die?
Yeah. She had to start she got on the phone immediately with 911.
Yep.
And she was trying to pull me on the floor, and I was so heavy she couldn't. I weighed 285 at the time.
Right.
And she could not get me on the floor, and so she was in a panic. And so she got luckily from where she lives out in Thurston, the fire department's about a block and a half away.
Oh.
And then also there was a female officer that was just patrolling and heard the call.
Yeah.
And beat the
paramedics
there.
Yeah.
And went in there, and Steph was on top of me, sitting up on top of me on the Chase lounge, like kind of straddling my waist,
trying to pump your
compressions on my chest, and talking to the dispatcher. And the lady came in, and they got me jerked on the floor. Her and the cop did, and the cop started doing compressions. He sent her outside because she was a ball and mess, and to wave in the EMTs. From the time she called, until the paramedics showed up, it was a little like 4.5 minutes.
Wow.
Like, so I'm probably only sitting here because of her.
Yeah.
How fast
keeping your heart moving, at least pumping.
When it came down to it, like once I finally came to and was actually able to understand what had happened to me in ICU in the hospital, the doctor said, he goes, "You had no oxygen to your brain and heartbeat for approximately 15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
He says the fact that you're alive is not even
and even cognitive, even like brain
that's
function.
What he said. He says what you suffered something that's it's cardiac arrest, but it's a type of it called cardiomyopathy or something.
Okay.
And it has to do with, it's usually high emotional stresses, high physical, like exertion and stress.
Yep.
I mean, that's really the only thing he said it could come to. And he goes, and maybe some other, little medical factors here and there. He says, but they couldn't find anything wrong with me.
Yeah.
So, I was under.
Wow.
I was really pushing myself hard in the gym.
Yeah.
And other stressful shit going on.
Yeah. Just life.
And 15 minutes. And he said, you understand? He says, the survival rate of cardio. So cardiomyopathy is, when you hear people on the news, or you'll hear somebody that locally, and you're like, oh, so-and-so died in their sleep. They just went to bed and didn't wake up.
Oh.
They more than likely suffered cardiomyopathy.
Really?
Because you don't
feel it.
I just fell over like I fell asleep, I passed out, but I wasn't like, oh God, my heart's killing me or my arm's numb. Or I was driving my car.
Yeah.
Probably 15 minutes before it happened.
Wow.
So it's like a less than 9% survival rate.
Yeah.
When that happens, that's what I tell everybody. If I had been
in bed,
say in bed, either we'd been in bed and I'd been next to her, I probably wouldn't be sitting here because she'd been asleep.
Yep.
Or if I'd been half the time, at the time then I was staying still with my son. I had my own place with my son still. And I was staying with him, and he probably would have thought I was just laying in bed watching TV.
Yeah.
That's what I did usually before I fell asleep. I laid down, put the TV on in my bedroom with the door open. He'd look in there. If I wasn't awake, he wouldn't
just chill out. Yeah. Wow.
So I probably, I would just, if something
that's crazy.
Like
if one piece of the puzzle. Okay,
if something horrible is going to happen at the perfect time, it did.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting right next to her.
Yeah.
And she.
But one little different piece of the puzzle out,
yeah.
you would have been, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then the fact that I had no oxygen to my brain for approximately 15 minutes.
That's insane.
When I was, because that's why they had me in induced coma.
Yeah.
Is basically to run a bunch of checks on me. They were
make sure your brain function.
Brain scans, making sure all my organs were healthy to get going again.
Right.
And when they went to wake me up, they pretty much brought my dad and Stephanie, I think one of my aunts that I'm real close to, in and said, okay, did you guys just need to be prepared?
Right.
He may never be normal again.
Yeah, right.
Like the whole, we're talking it was even a less percentage that I wasn't going to be some kind of brain dead.
Yeah.
Brain dead or a vegetable or.
Wow.
Screwed up. Really, have to probably be cared for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I just came too pissed off, man.
Right.
Yeah. I think for the most part, people were excited that
you came back from the other side pissed.
But I can remember my dad telling me after I got out of the hospital and him and my oldest son came and seen me at Steph's house. I'd been out maybe the first 5 days I was out at the hospital. I stopped in and he looked at me and goes, hey man, I'm going to be honest with you. He goes I was as positive as he could be for my kids, his grandkids.
Yep.
He said, but he goes, I looked right at your Aunt Kathy and she goes, my son's not going to outlive me. I thought I was done.
Right.
That's how he said, he said, you just look like death, man.
Yeah. Well, you died. So, that's crazy, man. Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
I know it's hitting you. I can see it. Cause
for the longest time I was in denial.
Right.
I know. I kept telling everybody I was supposed to deadlift 4 days before my 50th birthday.
Yeah.
And this was March 8th and my birthday is April 24th.
Yeah.
And I'm telling them, you guys got to get me out of here. Right. I got at least hit one more heavy pull day.
Right.
And the doctor's like, you need to give that up. He goes, I'm not telling you, you probably want to powerlift again. He goes, but you need to give that shit up right now. You're not doing that. That's not happening.
Right.
And so, yeah. But the more probably going when I went to OHSU, and they put because they didn't know what caused it. Like I said, same thing with my kidneys. I bounced back immediately.
Yeah.
Blood pressure, everything looked great. Heart was thumping good. I'm on some medication that was. I'll probably take meds the rest of my life, but they decided to. It's not a pacemaker; it's a defibrillator.
Yeah.
So it's about the size of an Oreo cookie. In my rib cage over here, it's got a lead that goes under the skin, but like above the bone.
Yep.
It goes right up in here.
Just keeps it all
under my chest cavity.
Yeah.
Right next to my heart. And all it is like it's gonna, if it happens again, it's a jump start.
Right.
It's gonna knock the crap out of me. Kick me like a donkey.
Yeah.
That's. But I mean.
But you should have a long.
The last couple times I've seen the doctor, he goes, it may not ever happen.
Yeah.
He goes, the way if you're the way you're taking care of yourself and.
Right.
But it did. I mean, it did. It scared me. Yeah. Extremely straight.
I would imagine.
I'd already quit drinking, like from the whole besides the kidney thing, but I mean, just better life.
Just better life,
better life with my kids and my grandkids and
yourself.
I quit drinking August 8th of 2022, so I'll be out. It'll be 4 years this year.
Hell yeah.
But after this happened, I don't. No anabolics.
Nothing.
No more taking any kind of shit that's not.
Yep.
That
can
negatively affect that.
Yeah. So the strength that you have is genuine, fucking strength. It's.
I still take, and my doctor knows it. I'm approved of it. I take a low dose TRT.
Well, that's. But
what
I mean is
what man our age these days doesn't.
Right, and the thing is, but that's, to me, that doesn't mean anything.
It's not the same thing as
steroids or any type of things like that. The
Dianabol and Deca. And Tren and all that other shit.
Right.
That's not.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man.
So, I'm taking fish oils and multivitamins.
Right.
Anything, creatine.
Yeah.
I used to not want to take creatine because I thought all it did was bloat you and
retain
water.
It's good for your brain.
But no, it's really good for your heart.
Yeah.
It's really good for your heart.
Yeah.
It's good for your brain.
Good for your muscles, everything. That's why I try and tell people. It's like, I actually take it in excess. I take 15. Most people take 5, but I got the creatine monohydrate with HMB. Mm-hmm. So I take 3 gummies in the morning of that stuff. Nice.
And then I take a powder dose before I go to bed at night.
Sweet. Yeah.
So I bet I'm double dosing too.
Probably. Yeah.
And then I got approved. I started looking into peptides.
Oh yeah, peptide. I've heard good things about peptides, man.
I got and like my doctor up at Dr. Henderson, the one that did my install. I emailed him like, hey, I'm hearing all these things, and but I said I'm not about doing anything unless I know you think it's an okay idea,
right?
Or I want your opinion. So I sent him stuff on BPC 157 and TB 500.
Yeah,
and
look into the copper too, because that's supposed to grow your hair back. I need to get some of that.
I don't think I want to do that.
You look good bald, not me.
But and then the tesamorelin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the one that naturally kickstarts your own growth hormone.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
So he knows I'm on all that, and he thinks it's a good thing and it's great. And the BPC 157 actually has good properties for your heart too.
Yeah. Well, and I know it's good for healing injuries.
So, and that's what I mean. I think I noticed. So obviously I noticed not getting on anymore on more anabolics.
Yeah.
I probably noticed. I won't say I noticed my strength being enhanced. What I noticed is recovery. Recovery, and also I was a rep monster when I was on anabolics.
Yeah.
I could rep shit heavy for hours. Now, at first, like I'd have one good output, like one good heavy set, and then I was gonna have to start pyramiding down.
Right.
Like I was just gonna be wore out.
Yeah.
But I've kind of noticed with the BPC 157, I'm
more endurance.
It's kind of like it got into my system, and like it does help heal. It is a good healer. Like I'm healing good. And
now, how often do you take it?
Is
it a daily thing, or is it?
So you can take it. So the way it was explained to me was you can either take it daily,
okay,
like a one insulin syringe,
yeah,
1 unit. The insulin syringe.
Okay.
Say if the insulin syringe is like a 1 to 10,
right,
or you say it's a 10 to 100.
Yeah,
so I just call it 1 unit. So
okay,
so to the first little 10
yeah,
line, you can do one of those a night before bed, or you can do 2 every other day.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and then
it's a quick and easy shot because it's just a little insulin
and then
needle.
The tesamorelin, you take that right before bed
Gotcha. Okay. Sweet.
And yeah, anybody that asks about him, I say it's like I'm all about him.
Hell yeah.
All about him.
That's nice.
So,
that's nice. So did you see anything on the other side?
No, that's funny. I think you're the first person to ask that. I guess maybe I don't think I've seen shit.
Really?
Because
or you just don't remember it.
What I do is I think, and I just think, what if I just didn't wake up?
Yeah.
Because that's what it felt like. Like, I don't remember like being scared to death before I passed out. I don't remember thinking I'm dying.
Right.
I don't remember thinking like, somebody get a hold of my kids.
You didn't see yourself from above.
I didn't see myself from above. I just passed out and went to sleep. Like,
yeah.
And I still like, and maybe that's what kind of makes me scared is that it probably scared me even more straight the more I think about like,
what if there's
what
nothing?
if I just fall asleep and don't wake up again someday?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean.
That's interesting.
But no, like I didn't see nothing. Like I just.
That you remember. I mean, maybe you just don't remember.
I mean, you know what's weird is I kind of feel like. I think because I was in. They say when they put you in an induced coma.
Yeah.
It's almost like a.
Shuts off.
An eraser.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember my brother. I haven't seen my brother in. I haven't had me and my brother. My younger brother used to be really, really close, and I haven't seen him and like spent time with him on a considerable amount of time in probably 10 years.
Wow.
He came and seen me in the hospital, and I don't remember seeing him in the hospital.
Wow.
I remember seeing my dad. I remember seeing Stephanie. I remember seeing my kids.
Yeah.
I remember seeing my mom and dad.
And your aunt.
And my aunt. Yeah, my aunt. I remember seeing two of my aunts. One of my aunts I hadn't seen in a while, and I guess I wasn't nice to her.
Oh.
She came in when I first came too. So
yeah. Well, that wasn't on you.
So
she can't hold that against you.
But yeah.
Interesting.
I remember that. But I guess my dad said, your brother, you guys were talking football, and he says you were coherent, you were making sense.
But you don't remember any of that.
I don't remember it.
Wow.
I don't remember it.
That's crazy.
The one thing I do remember, and maybe it's because it's something that really stuck out and would stick out to me to this day.
Yeah.
Is so my mom and dad divorced before I turned 1 year old.
Okay.
So I have never known my parents as a
couple. Item. Yeah.
And so I can remember when all this was going on, laying in bed and looking over, and my mom and dad are sitting next to each other. My mom's been remarried to the same guy. I call him my stepdad. He's a great guy. Mm-hmm. Him and my dad, they get along decent,
Yeah.
But the fact I looked over there and it's my mom and my dad sitting side by side.
Yeah.
And
that probably threw you through.
I'm just looking over and I remember talking to them. That's like the first thing I really remember when I came to.
Yeah.
Was them two sitting side by side and like really having like, is this real?
Right.
And then my dad cracked a joke about it. Like he goes, no. He said Stephanie said he walked out of there and he goes, Jamie's gonna think he died. Me and Rita sitting in the same damn room together.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's weird that how you remember some and you don't remember others.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I guess at least I know like with whatever's going on with my brother and whatever trouble he's having, when it matters, he was there.
Yeah. That's good.
I can't get him to talk to me. I talk to him every once in a while now, but I mean, I can't. Trying to hunt him down is like an elusive animal.
Yeah, Sasquatch.
Like trying to find the jackalope.
Right. Yeah. So what's the plan from this point on? What are the goals? What goals do you have this year?
I'm definitely gonna go after and reset the records I just did. My national and world records I just set. I'm gonna put those where I know they should be.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely do that. I'm not giving up. I want to do a Forever Strong comp. I really do. I've never done a local to where I live. I've never done one.
Oh man!
Other than the Genuine Fitness, the one that doesn't really non-sanctioned.
Yeah.
But I've never done like a really full-on legit.
Dude, you should. February. There's one coming up in February, which I know you're not prepared for.
Well, I mean, I could. I really could.
It's going to be a small one too. It's not a big one.
I think I checked on my work schedule and it doesn't line up. I think there's one later in like
August
September.
Or September. Yeah, something like that.
It's far enough ahead. I could take.
That would be awesome, dude. That would be awesome.
I think for competition wise, I'm probably just going to become a, now that 50 and over, push pull guy.
Oh, okay.
Deadlift and bench.
Yeah.
But if I do Forever Strong,
full thing.
I'll do at least one more full comp.
Hell yeah, dude.
One more full comp and squat one more time in a competition.
That'd be awesome.
I wish I guess I've talked to Evan about this, and like, I think I really sell myself short on squats.
You do.
And I think it's because I love deadlift.
Yeah.
And benching has always been so natural to me.
Right.
So I love the love for one, and the obsession for one, and then just being good at one of them where it was easy.
Yeah.
But like squatting, like he said, like twice last year, I hit 551 in a competition, and I just stopped. I was like, I'm just going to save my back for later.
Right. You save it for deadlift,
no,
right?
And I probably had a 600-pound squat in.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So, I mean, but it's just like, it's just.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days I'll say hell with it and focus on the squat. But,
yeah.
I mean, as of right now, I mean, I'm pretty happy. I know I can squat. I know my legs are strong.
Yeah.
But,
but you don't need that.
It's always been it's like when I was in high school and I loved football. I loved baseball.
Yeah.
Basketball was just something I did to pass the time in the middle of it.
Right.
So that's like my squat season.
That's like your squat.
My squat season. So, but yeah.
I mean, at least you're a 500-pound squatter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's something that not everybody
I told
can
you
say.
Like, about lifting with you Saturday. I haven't really I haven't maxed out since. I did 550 last February at the Genuine Fitness Club.
Yep.
The most I have squatted since on the Duffalo bar, probably, I want to say maybe late August. No, probably September.
Mm-hmm.
September, I hit 510 pretty easy.
Nice.
Just screwed around.
Hell yeah, dude.
I hit that pretty easy. But I mean, I've been putting a Duffalo bar back on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Probably the last month.
Cool. Well, we have Duffalo bar.
So
at FS,
I'm just going to come in and hang out with you and just do whatever you do.
Hell yeah, dude. I think my max effort is a front squat. I'll probably use a transformer bar, but.
See, I don't think I've actually really ever, when it comes to, because of my flexibility.
Yeah.
When it comes to trying to front squat.
Yep. No, I use a transformer bar because even with straps like that, there's no way.
What's the transformer bar?
So you can adjust it to front squat. You can do all kinds. You can have a goblet squat setting. You can have front squat setting, back squat. So there's squat safety bar. There's all kinds of settings to it to where, like with the front squat, it's super heavy up front, obviously, because it loads everything up front. Mm-hmm. So, but it's easier because you got the handles to work with rather than like either straps or trying to hold it up there. So, yeah, I'll be using that one.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
Cool. Hell yeah.
I know that's what I liked about doing it out there. If I do it with you, and if we squat out of a regular rack, is you do it out of comp rack, don't you?
There's comp racks. Yeah, there's a bunch of comp racks. Yeah, and you can go in with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, man.
So,
what's Evan doing? He working probably, eh?
He just been working, and man, I haven't seen him in the gym in.
That sucks. We'll have to get a lift in together.
A while. He had his shoulder back. Had some knot cut out of the back. He had a cyst in the back of his shoulder.
Okay.
Right or left shoulder, but he had it cut out.
Yeah.
And he came in. I think he came in. That was like the second time he was going to try to come in and bench after that surgery.
Yeah.
And he pressed 315 one time, and he was
just no go.
It just doesn't feel right.
Right.
And so
he just stopped. Yeah.
And he hasn't. I haven't seen him lifting. I mean, I know he's still probably going in there, but
yeah. You guys just aren't lining up.
I
properly.
talked to him, and he said he went in and he said he did a little bit of reps with 225, and he said his shoulder still just doesn't. If something back feels weird back there, and
that sucks.
I think he's been trying to drop some weight, and lean up, and I think he's talked about getting back into some of his boxing cardio.
Oh, nice, good
stuff
for him.
Like that. So. I mean, whatever he needs to do, support it.
Yeah, 100%.
I do miss him in the gym. But
it's hard to find a good partner. It's really hard. Speaking of losing weight, one of these days I need to sacrifice some calories so we can go have a donut.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I was like, you know what? I was thinking. I always tell myself I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I have a Wednesday off, and I'm like, man, I'm up 4:30 every damn day when I have to work. I'm not getting up.
Right.
But I was eyeballing. They had like some kind of cool looking banana something.
Banana cream, yeah.
And I heard so many people. I see some friends posting about those things
Dude,
on Facebook.
they're so good. They're so good.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else?
Nah, man.
All right. Well, cool. Love having you, man. Love having you here on the podcast, and we will see you on Saturday. And I'm actually going to be recording it for YouTube.
Right.
So
that's right. I forgot.
Wear your fancy little
how does
outfit.
How does that? Yeah, I noticed your little YouTube thing. You get a pretty good little.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm just starting. It's just starting off. So it's just one of those things. I just got to grow it. Need support. Need love from the people, and then it'll hopefully take off.
You got your good trolls. More trolls.
Right. All right, my man. Thank you.
Yep.